Hi, and welcome to The Final Wake Up. I'm your host, Madison Palika, holistic health coach, certified HeartMath mentor, published author of a #1 Amazon new release, and creator of ebooks and courses that help you become the best you possible. I am passionate about bringing light to a world full of darkness and confusion. After becoming deathly ill, as well as severely anxious, and having doctors give me no solutions, I had to find my own way to health. I was mind blown by the things that I was finding, and I became obsessed with helping other people find health and happiness outside of the system too. I'm here to help you become happy and empowered so that you can also live a life full of meaning. You will love The Final Wake Up if you're ready to dodge the traps that this world has set for you. If you want more, you can head to my Instagram page at madison.palika. And now, on to today's episode. Okay, hello, welcome to today's episode. I just want to mention that the format of this video is a little bit different because I am taking this recording from my Instagram live. So I actually did this live as kind of like a surface level exploration of my new course that I have out right now. It's called Quit Stalling Your Calling. And the whole gist of it basically is to be able to improve your health and well-being to the point that you can start to go forward on any callings that God has put on your heart with more power, ease, creativity, health, well-being, sustainability, you name it. So in this training, I'm talking about energy and how it does not belong to the new age, but what it actually means when I talk about it and how it pertains to my course, like kind of what you'll learn. It's now open for pre-sale at 80% off. Since this is the first time that I'm actually launching it, I'm just letting people in really cheap for pre-sale, and I'm giving you some cool opportunities. So if you sign up right now on my Instagram, you will technically be called a founding member. Basically, what this means is that you get to influence the future of the course. So if you go through it and you're like, this would have been so much cooler if you had this worksheet, or if you had some photos to download and save to my phone, or whatever it is. Maybe you're like, oh, this was great, but I wasn't very accountable, so you should do coaching calls with it. Whatever it is, you get to influence the future. So you tell me what you want, and then I'll actually implement it. So not only do you get to influence the future of the course, but any future upgrade that I make, you actually get it completely free of charge. So you get in at the lowest price possible, and you don't have to pay for any upgrades. You get everything for no extra cost. The next couple of opportunities or bonuses, one of my favorite Easter eggs is that I'm actually giving away a journal that I designed for free when you sign up. And then I have a couple of optional pieces where if you sign up, then at checkout, you can get 15% off of the Chef Mindset. And this is basically my ebook to healthy and quick and actually delicious eating. So it's called Chef, Simple, Healthy, Easy, Fast. And it's just going to teach you how to make healthy food in a way that it doesn't dominate your whole life and take over your time. Another optional benefit is that you can sign up to be an affiliate. So I just started using this. I'm super excited about it. Basically, what it means is that if you love the course, I can give you a link to share with your friends or your family or your loved ones, your Instagram following, TikTok, whoever, doesn't matter. You can send this link to them, and if they sign up for the course, then you earn 10%. So it's a cool way to make some passive income, but it helps me help you because you're actually earning passive income. And it also helps me help other people. I'm obviously, maybe it's not obvious, I don't know, but I'm facing some pretty intense shadow ban and censorship on Instagram, which is my main platform that I run my business. I just realized that doing this type of affiliate program can help so many people involved and kind of get me past that block of the shadow ban. And then it's more meaningful because you're sending it to people that you think would genuinely enjoy it. So kind of cool, optional. Founding member, free journal, an optional 15% off of my healthy eating guide called the Chef Mindset. You can download it online or you can print it also. The option to become an affiliate and earn 10% with every sale. So if you sell one at full price, let's say, you would earn $200. So just keep that in mind. Cheapest offer I am ever gonna do. There's 2 payment options. One of them you pay in full, just one time, and you actually save $100. Or there's the other payment option where you can pay in smaller smaller payments over time. So just paying in, Paying in installments. So yeah, enjoy the training. If you enjoy it, you can go to my Instagram to learn more or sign up there. I originally opened it up to 5 people and I only have 3 spots left now. And as of today's recording date, February 14th, happy Valentine's Day 2023. Hiccup for the day. But as of today's date, there's only 5 days left to sign up. So if you hear this, run to my Instagram. Thanks for listening to me. I hope you enjoy this training and I'll see you later. Hi guys, happy Monday. Today I'm talking about energy. And I know that that is a big, scary word, especially when you've left the New Age behind, right? So I just want to talk a little bit about energy today. And I just think it's important to address the things that New Age talked about that either have truth in them or are true, but the New Age has distorted it. So the way that New Age talks about energy, right, is very like mystical, magical. I feel like the New Age makes energy seem so confusing and just like hard to grasp. And once you leave New Age, like I was saying, it's this big trigger word. Like whenever you hear energy, these alarm blasts go off in your head and like your ears shut and your eyes shut, and it's like, that's bad, that's unsafe. And everyone just kind of walks away from it, like you don't want anything to do with it again. But I think it's important to address that maybe the New Age kind of distorted what energy is and what it means. But there is, I guess, a more biblical or just like normal way to talk about energy, because it is inherently a part of humans, and we have energy or we don't have energy, and food gives us energy and sleep gives us energy, whatever. So I just wanted to talk about it because a big aspect of my program that's up on pre-sale right now, 80% off, it's called Quit Stalling Your Calling. A big actually a small portion, is dedicated to kind of just like calling out the New Age deception and then clarifying the difference between holistic health and these safe, natural practices that help us just as human beings in general versus the New Age and their weird definition of things and just false light in general. So before I was saved, I was kind of doing a very similar coaching program, but the whole basis was just totally New Age and totally secular. And when I got saved, I didn't know if the stuff I was teaching in my coaching was still okay. Like I didn't know if God approved or if it was still spiritually safe. So I pretty much shut down my whole business for maybe around a year. And I just used that time to pray and to do more research and to read more of my Bible. And after a while, again, I don't know exactly how long, I think it was around a year. I finally realized that the New Age is dangerous because it's a mixture of truth and lies. Meaning that the New Age still does have truth in it. And I just think it's important to acknowledge the pieces of truth that are in New Age and not turn our back to everything that they had, because there is truth in it. Like we can't turn our back on truth because a group that we don't agree with also talked about it, if that makes sense. Like energy itself isn't bad, the New Age is bad, but because we associate those two things with each other, we easily just write off energy and think that it's a bad thing when it's not. So yeah, there's these New Age like influencers that call themselves truth seekers or, you know, truth tellers, truthers, whatever they want to call themselves. But like my origin in New Age, it started with studying creation. Like I went so deep into studying just biology and the planet and the way that things work, a lot of how our health is interconnected and how we connect with the planet. And in studying all of that, I saw God. Like, I didn't know if he existed until then, but then studying like the human machinery it was like, okay, obviously, clearly God exists. But at that time, I didn't know who God was. And I didn't know what God even meant. So I genuinely thought that I was properly worshiping God and serving God by being in the New Age. So all of that to say, again, the truth of creation is still there, regardless of the spiritual beliefs that you assign to it. Like, I saw God in creation, and I assigned New Age to it. Does that mean I need to take away and throw away everything that I learned about creation, all the things that I saw God in because I assigned it to New Age? No, absolutely not, because that's still creation. It's still God's truth. I just have to wipe away the New Age associations that I placed on top of it. So, yeah, it's still true, regardless of if you assign it to God or the universe or aliens or AI or the evolution theory. Yeah. So that's just like a little intro to get to this point I want to make about how what I teach in my program is science. And it can sound new agey because the New Age happens to talk about it too, but they don't own it. God does. And they do distort it a little bit. So long intro, but I want to take the term energy back from New Age. I want to take it back so that we can apply it to ourselves as Christians without just like seeing a Christian woman who talks about energy and immediately being like, oh my gosh, it's a false Christian. Oh my gosh, I need to unfollow her because she's teaching New Age things. And I know that that's probably what people think when they see some of my stuff, but I just want to like clear up these misconceptions. So when it comes to energy, at least in the way that the New Age talks about it, it's these, like I said, like these weird mystical things that are kind of hard to grasp or understand. So one of the common beliefs is that crystals have energy, and they have this like supposed mystical energetic power that either like heals you, or it can bring you love, or wards off bad energy, negativity, or bad spirits, or whatever. And that is magical thinking. Things like that ruin the term energy. Another example of the New Age and how they can pollute the term energy is that some people in New Age, this like anti-religious religion, right? They believe that God is energy. So like he's just this impersonal force. I feel like some people will call it source or like energy source. And they say things like, okay, like the universe is energy and we are energy and God is just this force that permeates the entire universe. So that's another way that they use energy in this different, weird, mystical way that's tough to grasp. And then a third way that they talk about energy is like energy work or energy shifting. So you'll hear things like Kundalini yoga, the serpent energy. People will use like energy healing, and they'll supposedly heal people through the energy in their hands. And again, it's like this magical cosmic thing. None of those are what I'm talking about when I say energy. Like, that is not at all the kind of energy that I'm talking about, okay? I'm talking about energy management. And the most basic, like, elementary explanation of what I mean when I say energy is it's the capacity to do work. So, in humans, if you have a lot of energy, you've got a really big capacity to do work. And as a human, if you don't have a lot of energy, you have a very small capacity to do work. So, if you have tons of energy, you can do more things and do it more sustainably. And if you don't have energy, you're going to feel burnt out. You're going to start to feel overwhelmed, stressed, anxious. Maybe your immune system declines. Like, there's all these things that go along with not having enough energy, because we have to have energy to survive and to go through life, right? So we eat food, and that gives us energy. and we get a good night's sleep, and that gives us energy. And when we don't sleep well, we have less energy the next day. So it's very simple, very, very simple. Or maybe you drink coffee, right? That's me. I'm on my second cup today. But yeah, so we kind of talk about these things that give us energy, like food or sleep or coffee, energy drinks. Energy drinks. You're not drinking mystical, magical, impersonal force that's God, right? You're drinking something that makes you more lively. That's a great analogy there. So there's these things that give you energy, but then on the other hand, there's things that make us feel tired or drained or, exhausted or overwhelmed. And this can be things that are physical, like doing really hard workouts. Maybe it's mental, like you're working really long hours and just having to focus for a long time each day. Or it can even be emotional things. So things like getting into arguments can drain you. It can suck your energy. Human energy vampires, right? Where you'll go next to someone, hang out with them for 5 minutes, and you walk away feeling like, why am I so tired suddenly? Because there are energy vampires. But the thing about energy is that the main drain of our energy is not physical. It's not doing really tough workouts, but it's actually emotions. And the place where people struggle, most humans struggle, is in the emotional area. And we have a tough time self-regulating. We have a tough time getting out of things like stress, things like anxiety or anger or frustration or impatience or whatever it is that we're feeling that's not a positive emotion. Every single time we feel that feeling, and the longer that we feel it, the more it's draining our inner battery and the less energy we're going to have. So, most people have the least control over their emotions because your nervous system is on high alert. And this is especially relevant today. The news, everything you hear about, this like UFO talk, who even knows if any of that's real? But when we feel unsafe or we feel like there's a threat, our nervous system goes on high alert to try to protect us. And we end up feeling these more negative emotions, which drains our energy. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that in my course, I teach you ways to have higher energy levels, higher energy levels naturally and sustainably. And it doesn't just have to be through eating good food or getting good sleep, which I do talk about in other stuff, like my Chef Mindset Healthy Eating Guide. That's also actually 15% off if you sign up at checkout. But basically, I'm giving you these tools and techniques and practices to live with more energy so that you can be more sustainable throughout your life, and especially through your calling as a Christian, as someone who is taking up their cross and who wants to save souls. If you're drained and you have no energy, you're probably not going to be able to put very much time or effort into being a kingdom worker. So what goes along with this is, like I said, it's mostly people's emotions that are draining them. So if we can teach you how to have more positive emotions naturally, then you'll actually feel better more often. You're not going to have to rely on caffeine to stay awake. You're going to learn how to control your negative emotions more easily so that you're not just like lugging around thousands of pounds of emotional weight all the time. And I just wanted to do this training to like really put it out there that energy does not belong to the new age. It does not. And we got to take it back from them and show people what it actually is, because energy is literally how we function. And improving your energy levels is basic survival, really. So to make this concept even more clear, I just want you to imagine that you're an iPhone. I do this and I say this all the time, but it gives you a good mental picture and just like builds the self-awareness of, if you're an iPhone, what would your battery be at? I'm feeling like I'm like a 78%. So I'm not quite full, but I'm pretty full and I'm feeling pretty good. my guess is that you guys maybe don't feel so full. Maybe your battery feels like it's more around 20%. And maybe you're starting to glitch out a little bit and your apps are running more slowly because your battery is drained, your energy is drained, if that makes sense. So I also just want to make sure that as you're doing this kind of self-reflection, that you're not lying to yourself. It's very easy to go into denial and be like, you know what, like, I could say I'm like 50%, but you know that you're lying to yourself and you're afraid to admit that like you're running on 5% maybe. So if that's something that you're doing, that's totally fine. It's totally okay, and there is obviously room for improvement, but the first step is just being totally honest with yourself. So if you're confident enough, I would love for you to drop your battery levels in the chat or in the comments, and just kind of create a conversation about what our energy is like. And running on fumes, sis. I hate to hear it, but I get what you mean, get what you're feeling. Do some of the breathing. So if you're watching this and you don't know what I'm talking about, put your hand on your heart, notice that your heart is beating, focus your attention here, and start to breathe in and out through your nose more slowly and deeply than you usually would. Yeah, drained from negative friends. Exactly. That's what I mean by energy vampires. They might not even know that they're doing it, but they're draining your energy. They're stealing it from you, and you walk away just empty. Like what even just happened? That's what happened. Somebody stole your energy from you. And when your levels of energy are that low, it affects you negatively on all these different ways. So your to-do list probably piles up. You're getting less done a day. You're enjoying it less. You are more reactive, more emotional. You have less problem-solving skills. Your creativity kind of gets shut off. You have a hard time finding solutions. Probably stress in your relationships, arguments in your relationships. All of these things that can come from you just not charging your inner battery enough. So, sorry guys. One of the very first goals of Quit Stalling Your Calling is first to just build this energetic foundation where you no longer feel like you're running on fumes all the time. So it's going to help you sustain your energy and draw from that even when you're having your worst days. And I give you multiple techniques in the course to do that. So it's not like I'm going to get you in the course and say like, okay, just buy this supplement or like get this special tool. You literally don't need anything. Beyond just learning the techniques and like the ways to apply them in the course, you can use it for the rest of your life, and it's totally free because it's built in. It's just your breathing. You know, it's just the way that you're living, the amount of awareness that you have on yourself in your life. You don't have to buy matcha and this supplement and creatine and whole organic foods and this miracle sleep pill and all of these different things that people try to sell to you. It's built in. It's already in you. It's just your breath. If only you knew how to utilize it in the way that God designed. Because He designed us to have energy, to be full, to feel lots of positive emotions, to recognize beauty, to have love-filled relationships, to be able to save souls. And if you're too tired, you don't have time for your relationships. You don't have time to save souls. You don't have time to enact your calling or some kind of passion or like message that God's put on your heart. Like how many of you out there are currently being disobedient? You know that God wants you to be doing something, but you're like, I'm just tired. Like I would rather take a nap than start making my Christian rap music or whatever it is that you feel like God's calling you to. So I hope that this all makes sense. I'm going to post this on my page after this, so you can come back and rewatch it, or you can share it with someone that you thought of. If you have any questions or you need me to clarify, please comment, or you can even message in the chat right now. But also, if you have any questions about the course itself, I'm also open to any questions. You can comment, you can DM me, or I'm also planning on doing, today's Monday. So I'm going to make a Q&A video probably on Friday. So if you have a question that you want addressed, I can also address it on Friday in that video. But yeah, we're going to dive so much deeper into energy and just what it means, clarifying things, distinguishing things away from the New Age and how it's actually practically used from a biblical standpoint. It's going to get you on a healthier and more sustainable path in terms of your health, your well-being, your emotions, your quality of life, and the quality and depth of your spiritual life. So if you're interested, again, it's called Quit Stalling Your Calling. The link is in my stories, or it's also in my bio. It's up to 80% off right now. So this is the first time I've ever launched it in course form, and I am taking pre-sale people to be my founding members, which basically just means that you are the first people to ever experience it. You get the cheapest price it'll ever be offered at. If you sign up, you also get a free journal I designed to be your buddy during the course, that you can write things down, because that is a part of it, which I really hope you guys do. So I'm giving you the free journal just to make that piece easier. But you also have the opportunity to sign up as an affiliate. Also, you have the opportunity to get the Chef Mindset, My Healthy Eating Guide for 15% off. What am I missing? I don't even know. There's all these fun Easter eggs in it, free stuff, discounts, and then as a founding member, you get to tell me what you liked or didn't like about the course, and then I will change it or implement it. So basically, you get every future upgrade of the course totally for free, and it's gonna be what you want. Like, if you want something that you don't want to pay for, let me know and you'll get it for free. And that's the perk of signing up right now. 80% off, founding member status. And you also get to be an affiliate. I don't know if I mentioned that, but you can choose if you want to or not. But if you do sign up to be an affiliate, you can share this with your friends or your followers or your family, just people who have also left the New Age or left a different religion and could use some help pursuing a Christian purpose or calling. And if they buy one, then you earn 10%. So helps me help you, and it helps me help other people while also getting past the insane shadow ban and censorship that I'm dealing with on this page. If you could pray for me to break the algorithms and break the censorship and the shadow ban, that would be amazing. My stuff is not reaching people the way that it should be, and it's really disheartening. So that's pretty much all I have to say. I love you guys. If you have questions, DM me. Comment what your favorite part of this training was or what you want to hear more about. And if you want to sign up for Quit Stalling Your Calling, it's linked in my bio. Okay, share this with someone you love. I love you. God bless, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Final Wake Up. I hope this episode sparked a flame in you to march forward in your journey for truth, health, happiness, and meaning. If you want to dive even deeper down the rabbit hole, go to my Instagram at madison.palika. If you want to talk to me personally, please send me a DM. I would love to hear from you. If you love this episode, please subscribe, rate, and leave an amazing review. Bonus points if you share this to your story and write what you learned. Tag me in it so that I can connect and see how this has actually helped you. If you know somebody who would really appreciate this, or somebody who desperately needs to hear what I talked about in this episode, please send this to them. Together, we can bring light to this world full of confusion and help people thrive. Thank you, and see you next time.